And welcome back, everyone, to Between Bells. I'm Baker Pachano in New York as we continue to see the aftermath effect of the pandemic. Many small businesses still feeling the pinch. This is inflation and supply chain woes, and labor shortages continue to take a toll on economic conditions. Javier, it's such a pleasure to have you here. Thank you so much for joining us. So according to the National Federation of Independent Businesses, 51% of small businesses were not able to fill up job openings, and they grappled with finding a lot of quality labor. What sort of unique challenges are small businesses facing right now, especially businesses of color?
The small business community in the U.S. is really grappling with a variety of challenges. Keep in mind, we're still reeling from the COVID pandemic. That caused a shortage in the properly trained types of individuals that we need to run our businesses. It made it increasingly difficult for us to hire and maintain those employees, coupled with supply chain disruptions that are still with us today, coupled with an 8.5% interest rate when we're used to something around 1.8, 1.9. We're now grappling with 8.5 inflation rate. And now on top of that, we have skyrocketing energy costs. So it's a very difficult time for America's small business community. But, we continue to push forward and continue to look for the better opportunities and keep our businesses alive and the American economy moving forward.
Javier, so many labor shortages are impacting so many different industries. We thought when the pandemic started to subside and we went back to the restaurants and there were problems with going to a restaurant, you thought, okay, it'll be a few months, they'll hire some more people, but those problems have continued to persist here. Is there any sort of hope that at the end of the day that these labor shortages will subside?
I think eventually we will see an end to this. And listen, I have to tell you that, I'm a lifelong Democrat. I'm a Biden fan. I believe in Uncle Joe. I voted for Uncle Joe. I want to see him and his administration succeed, because if they do, then America succeeds and we all move forward. But the reality of it is, at the United States Hispanic Business Council, we pride ourselves on calling balls and strikes. And right now, this administration is really, they've missed the mark in terms of handling this economy and the variety of challenges that persist, that ultimately are being felt most by America's small business community.
And the other part that's sad in all of this, Javier, is optimism has really sort of gone down. Small business owner optimism edged down for the fifth straight month dating back in May. That is now the lowest point ever recorded. And the sad part is the unemployment rate is getting lower and lower. We're almost basically to where we were at before the pandemic. So how do you sort of compartmentalize those two parts here?
There was a recent study that found that 83% of small business owners believe that there is a recession coming. And there were, I think, 550 different kinds of businesses in 13 different industries that were polled. And even with that, 83% of them believing that the recession is coming, 83% of them believed that we will survive this. We made it through the pandemic. Listen, we're American entrepreneurs. We're optimistic by nature. We wouldn't be small business owners if we weren't optimistic. But it is a real challenge right now. And as I said, it's a witch's brew of, interest rates, skyrocketing energy costs, continuing supply chain challenges. We will push through, but we really need an administration that understands our challenges and is helping us deal with them.
If you're looking for optimism, I love this. According to the Small Business Administration, Latinos are opening more small businesses than anyone else in this country. What's sort of causing that growth? Because to me, that seems like an amazing sort of opportunity here.
It is, and thank you for calling that out. At the United States Hispanic Business Council, we pride ourselves on advocating on behalf of men and women who happen to be of Hispanic descent. But we never forget that we're first and foremost American businesses. So every tax bill we pay, every job we create, every product we manufacture, every service we provide goes to benefit America's economy. We are the fastest growing segment of the American small business community. We're growing at a rate of 3 to 1 when compared to the general market. We start up 3 ventures to every 1 venture started up by our counterparts. And to this day, America's small business community is the very backbone of the American economy. We create 67% of new jobs in this nation. So as our small business community goes, so goes the nation. And I'm very happy that the Small Business Administration and frankly the Biden administration has recognized the power and the potential of America's Hispanic business community.
Yes, so well said. Javier, such a pleasure to have you here.